two.
Hi, this is Scott with EP Golf. Pretty excited. We're sitting here today with Dr. Lou Pack from Precision Sports, and he's also serving on the EP Golf Advisory Board. Doc, thanks for being here today.
Yeah,
Why don't you
thanks
go
for
ahead
having
and
me.
tell us a little bit about what you do?
What do I do? That's an interesting question. So my basic premise is that the alignment is a missing link in sports and in medicine in general. We treat athletes that make $125 million and nobody ever looks at their structure. And as it relates to golf, you know, if you think about what we currently do in golf, if you want to play golf properly, if your parent took you out and said, let's do it right, what's right mean? You know, you'd buy clubs, you'd have them fitted, you'd play golf and you practice. And you think you're doing it right. And if you really want to do it right, you go somewhere to where, like I live at Reynolds Plantation, and you get it hooked up to the King Center, and they hook you up to electrodes, and they find out exactly what's wrong with your swing. And follow me, what we do is we then fit your clubs to your abnormality. You know, if I had a bend frame in my car, I could tell everybody to sit on the left. It's probably a better idea to fix the golfer. So we don't do that. So the current situation is we spend $3.7 billion a year on golf equipment, and the average score hasn't changed a single stroke in 100 years. So that doesn't say much for what we have going on. And I think if you think about it, we have three basic components to golf. You know, you have the golfer, you have the equipment that they use, and you have the course that they play on. You can't change, obviously, the course they play on. And as far as the equipment, I think you can safely say we've exhausted that now. We've experimented with tees and balls and every kind of driver in the world. The only thing that we really are missing is the structure and the function of the golfer. And I think that's why you and I work so well together, because you take care of the training and I take care of the structure of the golfer.
Well, you know, to kind of expand on that a little bit, you know, we talk about when we're talking about golfers or other
Sure.
athletes, you know, it's always performance, performance, performance.
Right.
But what would you say is, and I love to quote you on this, I've quoted you in my book and articles and stuff like that. Doc once told me that health is something that we go through on the way to fitness. And that's something that's really kind of struck home with me because, you know, you see it in the fitness industry,
Sure.
take this magic pill, do this, this, and this.
Right.
And a lot of things that people do are not healthy to get to fitness. So where does what you do,
Yeah.
how does that link into the health?
Yeah, I think that's a great point. The idea is that, for example, osteoarthritis is the #1 cause of pain and disability in the world. And if you look up any major authoritative site, whether it's the American College of Rheumatology, the Arthritis Foundation, National Institute of Health, on and on and on, they say that osteoarthritis is specifically due to age and secondarily due to weight. And if you really think about it, it doesn't even make any sense. How can I say that when everybody else says it's due to age? Well, you know many people that have had one knee or one hip replaced. Obviously, their other knee or hip isn't any younger, right? And you do deal a lot with conditioning and weight. And
Sure.
I treated a lady last week that weighed 350 pounds, and she was told that her osteoarthritis was due to her weight. That would seem logical initially, except for the fact that only her right knee hurt. I don't think she's carrying more weight on her right knee than she is on her left knee. So the deal is that it's alignment from birth until death. No one really looks at the position of the foot to see how you stand or how you function. And so what I find that most important in people my age is that more importantly than their cholesterol or their blood pressure, which is obviously important, but it's not going to make you happy every day to get up and say, well, my blood pressure is good, now I'm going to have a great day. People want to stay active, and if they can't stay active without pain, they're not happy campers.
Sure.
And so there actually is a prevention and treatment for osteoarthritis, and that is getting properly aligned. So to answer your question, the same impact on sports, the same things that control an athlete to perform better at their highest level for a longer period of time is the same thing that controls the #1 thing that's working against us staying active as we age, which is osteoarthritis. As an example would be leg length. You know,
Sure.
You know, we've taken a 9-year-old girl from 141 to 210 off the tee by simply fixing her leg length. I can't do that for everybody.
But now, that happened in a short period of time, too. I remember you told me
Yeah.
the story. We're talking a couple days.
Yeah.
We're not talking months or years. We're talking a couple
Yeah.
days.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Well, it's like putting eyeglasses on a sharpshooter. You know, it's something that's not done. If you want to, again, play golf properly and you went to see the top pro that taught you, they say, well, hit a few, let's see what you got, right?
Sure.
But nobody looks to see if I'm a right-handed golfer and I have a longer left leg, I can't ever get through my swing because I'm swinging uphill. But nobody looks. And that same premise is what causes the deterioration of our joints as we age.
Now, if somebody wanted to read a little bit more about that, I want to give you a chance to plug your book here. You recently wrote a book about the topic.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff on my website. My name, is Lou Pack, and the website's easy. It's www.dr, like doctor, drloupack.com. So that's easy, drloupack.com. And the book is called The Arthritis Revolution. And what's interesting is that the data in the book substantiates what I've been saying for the last almost half century, which is they've done study even now at the Mayo Clinic, and they've shown that malalignment is the primary cause of osteoarthritis, which is what I'm saying, not just age. And it was interesting, we were able to take the UGA golf team in 2004, came to see me mid-season. And mid-season you really don't want to do much because these guys don't even want to change seats on a bus,
Sure.
let alone change their
Right.
swing. But we worked with them, and the quote the coach gave me in the book was that, quote, as soon as we started doing this, we started winning and we never stopped, and they won the national championship. I think it's this first time in I don't know how 100 years or more, and the coach won Coach of the Year, so I guess they were pretty happy campers.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, Doc, I appreciate your info
Sure.
and the things you shared today. Is there anything that you feel is important for our viewers or people that come to the EP Golf site that you'd like to mention before we wrap it up?
Well, I think that the thing to mention is that don't focus on golf equipment. Again, with 3.7 billion, if a stroke hasn't changed once in 100, one stroke in 100 years, then maybe that's not the place to focus on. And seeing somebody like you, which I think is the best conditioning expert to get in great shape, and then seeing about their alignment is a far better way to start than spending money on a new driver.
Great. Well, thanks, Doc.
Thanks.
Be sure to go to ep-golf.com and check out the articles that Dr. Pack shared with us. We've got them on the free site as well as the member site. So if you're not a member yet, go ahead and join, and you'll have access to a lot of the great articles that he shared with us. And we'll be sure to get some more in the future. So thanks again, Doc. I appreciate it.
Enjoyed it. Thanks for having me.